Hey, good morning everybody. It's Bobby and I have for you today a drill that I've watched help countless golfers add 5 to 10 miles per hour to their club head speed with a driver in just 5 minutes soon after performing the drill. It's what I call scrunch and lengthen, and it's best suited for someone who casts the club. It's sort of an anti-casting drill. What is casting? Well, casting is taking the club up to the right position in many cases. And that is, I've got a 90-degree angle between my left arm and club shaft, and that represents stored energy, 90 degrees of stored wrist cock energy. Now, if I have that stored energy, then the trick then is to use it at a time when it can be useful. In other words, waiting to deliver it. The caster, on the other hand, will tend to store the energy, but then lose it as soon as the downswing gets underway. And by the time they get to the ball, they find that what stored energy they had has been spent, and it was spent at a time that could do them no good. And so this drill is a good way to sense the timing, because keep in mind, the caster of the club really is trying, the whole fault originates from the fact that they're trying to foster energy as quickly as possible. They're trying to get that club back down. That's why they're firing that thing. They're casting it because in their mind that feels like more power. But again, it's just losing that very valuable angle that they had. So this drill is called the scrunch and lengthen drill. And what I like to do is have a person hit a few shots and maybe they swing 90, on a few driver swings without trying any drill first. But once we do that, then I say, okay, it's time to forget hitting balls. Let's learn to not cast that club, and here's how you do it. We're going to start with this club out there at maybe belt high, slightly high, rib cage high perhaps. And I want to do what's called scrunch and lengthen. Scrunch means I'm going to scrunch everything up around my body. I'm going to take a backswing and I'm not going to let anything be straight. My left elbow is bent. I've got wrist flexion in both wrists. My right elbow is bent. Everything is scrunched up. Now, when I say this, someone will say, whoa, the number one tenet of a good backswing is a straight left arm. Listen, we can violate this for this particular drill with the idea that when we come back to it, that we'll have no problem straightening our left arm just like the rest of your entire golf history. In fact, oftentimes when people perform this drill, they will scrunch everything, thinking they're scrunching this, but they'll scrunch everything except for the left arm. It'll stay straight because it's such a long-standing habit they've had. So in your mind, you've got to scrunch everything. But for some of you, you still might have a straight left arm because you've been doing it for so long. But here's the thing. Once you scrunch everything, and you want to take that thing back almost until you can see it outside your left eye here, all right? And it's going to be at belt level height. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that thing, scrunch it, and turn through, and keep everything scrunched until the moment I lengthen everything. Right away, you're going to feel there's going to be a greater swish than what you had before. Let's do that a little lower. Scrunch, lengthen. Scrunch, lengthen. Scrunch, lengthen. All right, and as you go through here, you're going to notice that the better you time that and the later you lengthen, the more whoosh, swish there is. Now, not everybody has the advantage of a radar, but the auditory signal is one that you can pick up on quickly. And soon after that, if you drop a golf ball down in front of the person who's just performed this, it will be amazing how much more thunder there is in that very first drive they hit after scrunching and then lengthening. Now, ideally, what we want to do is take the relaxation that we felt from scrunching and maintain our arc, but still wait to lengthen. And it's not long before we can turn that scrunch and lengthen drill into a full golf swing, and it'll do wonders for your club head speed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. I'll look forward to seeing you next week.